Hi, this is Suzie Cheel, and today I'm really excited because I'm talking to the fabulous Farnoosh, who's the founder of Prolific Living and Prolific Juicing. Welcome, Farnoosh.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be on your show, Suzie.
Oh, it's a delight. And what's so exciting is Farnoosh has left a Fortune 500 technology high-powered job, I think it was, wasn't it, Farnoosh?
Very, yes.
Very high-powered, to make a difference in the world, which is what she's doing with her blog, Prolific Living, and the many other tools and books and products that she's offering for people. But Farnoosh, when you set up Prolific Living, you had a dream. You have a dream about how this will, I suppose I would say, change the world. Is that right?
I was hoping to change one person first, and that I started by myself.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that, people find it useful and it's inspiring and practical. And I was so inspired to impact other people. And now I do hope that it makes a difference in the lives of many people. So I don't know if it's going to change the world, but I know that even one person changing is worth all my efforts.
That's right, because as we change ourselves, we inspire other people, and sometimes we don't even know that we do. But so my thing is as we touch one person, what we do is we create a ripple, and that ripple goes out to the world. And from what I can see is you think you can do this, because you've got a lot to offer the world, and lots of other people can have that to offer the world. And they can be inspired by what you do and by what I do, and think, wow, maybe I could do that as well. So I think that's wonderful what you're doing.
Thank you.
And today, what we're going to be talking about first is Farnoosh's Green Juicing Intensive Clinic, which I've had the pleasure to be part of. You offer, 21 days of amazing information that allows people to improve their health. Was that one of your main objectives when you set up this clinic?
Yes, well, green juicing does certainly improve your health, but it does so much more. I mean, when I started doing it, Suzie, about 5 years ago now, I didn't think it would drastically change my life and my moods and my cravings and everything. I mean, it's so much more than just improving your health. So my goal with the clinic was to help people build green juicing as a habit, because to do it once or twice is fine. It's still good for you. But I think that consistency is really where you see amazing benefits. And so because green juicing is a little bit different from other habits, and you need to be prepared and understand how it works and how to become efficient and how to really make it quickly and still do it fresh. There's just so much to it, and I wanted to help people build it as a habit so they can do it daily or at least multiple times a week. So that was the main goal. And then the other goal is to really have fun with it so that you keep doing it. So I wanted to make it fun. And we had a lot of fun the first time I offered the clinic. So
yes, I can tell that from listening to the audios and things. It's just you have lots of fun because you're so passionate about it as well.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You are absolutely passionate about the juicing.
Can you tell?
Yes, I can tell.
Yes.
And it comes through in all of your, in the videos, because I really like the way you've set it up over the 21 days, that you give people, that people can listen, people can read, and then people have the choice of watching the videos and that as well as all the wonderful recipes.
Yes, we had a great group. I mean, the community that came together as a result of this, I think, is really the biggest asset to the clinic, because they are more fanatic about juicing than me, and they are the kindest and most fun people, and we had a lot of fun. I did not anticipate having so much fun with them, and they actually saw results. They saw results that I thought I would only see, such as, your skin clearing up and your bad cravings going away. Like, they wouldn't be having bad cravings anymore. So I like to think of juicing as your gateway to all the other health habits. So
Wow.
it actually seemed to work for them, and it was amazing to see the results. So we were
Oh, that
very
must have,
happy.
yeah, that would, well, as I would say, that would make your heart sing to be see people getting
Yes.
such good results also in quite a short space of time.
Yes, yes, that was another thing. So the first time I offered it was actually a live version where we had coaching calls and we had just 21 days to go through the whole process. So it was really intensive and we had daily lessons and they were supposed to juice at least once, if not more, per day.
Right.
And then we had a juice fast day where we were just pushing the ante and trying to do something more. And yes, they started seeing results a week into it, which was amazing. I was really, really happily surprised.
So you actually had a lot of people, you know how normally, you know, maybe about 10% of people normally participate in something. So you actually had more people participating in this.
Yes, we had 30 people, close to 30 people in the clinic. And you're absolutely right. There are the people who are quiet. So they would sometimes email me, but they would still go to the lessons and, you know, take all the information in. And then we had really, really a close group of people who were very, very vocal, and they were like, they're the core of the community. So they were active. I would say they would post to the Facebook page about 50 times a day. I'm not kidding. And so we had the Facebook page, we have the forums where they could mingle, we had the recipes where we could share recipes, and then on the Facebook page they would share pictures, and then they would come to the calls. There was a lot of engagement, and we kept pushing each other. Like somebody's juicer broke halfway in the middle, and we were all helping her pick out a new juicer. I mean, it was just, you know, community. It was wonderful.
So was that one of your goals when you started the green juicing clinic? Was one of your goals to actually build a community, or did that? Yes. Oh, it was a goal, right?
It was. I just didn't expect it to be so wonderful, you know. So I know that communities are hard to build at first, but I think I learned that if you pick the right group, for example, health is something people can get passionate about. And juicing is just fun because you mix things and you're experimenting. And so for some reason, those combination worked so well. And then I had an amazing group of people. So the community formed. But yes, I do want to grow the community. So I hope your readers will take interest in the clinic.
So what, we'll just tell the readers now before we get on to one of yours and my other passions. I mean, we both have a passion for health. And as people know, that I've been through a lot of health challenges, so I've taken my health and my healing really on board now. Yeah. But with the juicing clinic, I can hear people saying, oh, I missed it. I would love to have been part of that. So how can people be involved now?
Right. So great question. So I am offering it again. I opened registration, so it's open now. And the way I'm doing it now is, so the first time we offered it, it was what I call the live version, where we had a start date and an end date. And that was to get us going. And now that we have a live and thriving community, like my Facebook page is still active, even though the clinic ended 3 weeks ago. So we have a community. We have more information in the forums. We have more recipes. We have an exclusive interview on somebody who's been doing a juice fast. We have a lot more information. And so now I have made it sort of an on-demand course. So you can start it at your own pace, and you have lifetime membership when you join, and you can go through the lessons. I still send you emails to keep tabs on you, but you have 21 lessons, and if you want to take your time and go through them slower, you have over 21 recipes. I think we're up to 23 or 24 recipes, and we keep updating that because I want to keep you, you know, excited. I don't want you to get bored. And so you start anytime. So registration is open now. You start anytime and you just go at your own pace. And the best part is the community is just so active. So if you need support, because juicing, you know, if you're just the only one doing it, it can get a little lonely.
That's right.
So you will not be alone in this community. Trust me. So definitely they can join. And I believe you're going to share the information in the show notes here on how they can access the page, Suzie?
Yes, I am. And we'll tell people now, and we'll tell them also again at the end. But for people watching now, Farnoosh has made a wonderful offer where people can get what's about a 20% discount for the next 72 hours. So if you're really passionate, or if you've been thinking, I'd really like to try juicing, this is wonderful, a wonderful opportunity,
Yeah.
and you get a community that would support you, because you might have a spouse or a friend who's saying, why are you doing that? You know, but you might find if you know that you've got the support and they see changes in you, because the side benefits that can spin off by one person in a family doing it, and the other person might think, oh, wow, she's looking great. Oh, wow, he's lost a lot of weight. Maybe I should try that as well. So I think that's another benefit. So the link will be on the video and on the pages as well. So we would love to welcome you. I mean, we're going to welcome you, and we're going to make sure you're in really good hands. So definitely think about it and take a look, and then take a look at the Hall of Fame. I'm sure, Suzie, you're going to put the Juicers Hall of Fame where I recognized everyone for making it through the clinic, and if you join and if you show progress, I'm going to add you and feature you there. So people just talk about their personal stories, and you know, it's really coming from the heart, because they went through so much with just the clinic, and they experienced so much that I think was really surprising to them. So that was a lot of fun. We have a lot of pictures there, and make sure to check that out. And do people also maybe develop some of their own recipes and then share those with the community?
Absolutely. Oh, yes. If we had, so the rule was, if you have a great recipe to share it, we would either share it on the Facebook page or on the Mingle area. And then I would go and make that recipe, because we wanted to have it. And then so would most everyone else. And so we would have this unanimous, you know, vote on it, and then it would make it to the official recipes page. So that's really good. And then I still give away also with the clinic my own juicing book, which is actually the top juicing book on Amazon, believe it or not.
Wow, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I mean, that one comes with 10 recipes and also a lot of instruction on how to get into juicing. And I cover different things on the lessons as well. And then it also comes with a juice fast guide. So you can also, you know, if you get interested in juicing, you can also do a juice fast, short term or long term. So definitely, you know, we're looking into, if you're interested in juicing, I really want to encourage you to do it in such a way that you have a support and a community and structure around it.
And you're a great example. You are looking so healthy and well. And have you, you've lost weight as well on this program that you've been. We know you've been on a juicing mission for quite a long while. But how can you tell the viewers how that actually changed your health?
Yes. So this sounds a little vain, but my skin improving was like the #1 thing for me, because I just came back from my cousin's wedding in Canada, and as soon as she saw me, because she saw me last September, she told me, she's like, what have you been doing to your skin? Right? And this is 2 days before she gets married. And so I told her, I said, it must be the juicing, because I'm not doing anything differently. I'm not even exercising this last month because I've been working so hard. So it's amazing, because it starts to really make your body into this efficient machine, like your digestion and your health. And it's just amazing what it does. It's so holistic, the changes that you see. And it's also mental. Like you really actually calm down, because when your cravings for bad food stop, then your sugar level isn't spiking all the time, because you're not eating maybe some junk food that you were having. So you just become mentally more relaxed and more focused. And another thing that happened is people were craving their juices if they couldn't have it for a day. Like they had actually started to crave something so healthy and so good for them, which I think is amazing. So lots of different benefits to look forward to. I just look forward to sharing them with you in great detail. So,
and you talk about people falling in love with juicing.
Yes.
And when I was listening to you talking about that, that sort of resonated for me, because as you know, I've done lots of paintings on hearts and love, and talk a lot about love. And I believe the journey I've been on has been about self-love, which is something that we know that you have to love yourself first to be able to create change. But what I loved was the way that you equated a love of juicing with a love of yourself, or a love of what else you do. Would you like to just expound a bit on that, Farnoosh?
Yes. So the main reason for the clinic, Suzie, was to help people build a daily habit with juicing. And daily is ideal. Even if you do it a few times a week, you're going to get tremendous benefits. So the way I approach habits is by making a gentle approach, because I used to have this really harsh and disciplined approach most of my life. And it works. It works to some extent. You get a lot done, but you also kind of hurt yourself along the way. And you know, when you don't measure up, it's really hard because you really give yourself a huge guilt trip.
And you give yourself a hard, you become very hard on yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And that's I decided, you know, a year ago, I decided to change this because I started listening to other approaches. And so the gentle approach says, you know, this is why I'm doing this. You're always conscious of why you're doing something. No one is making you do it. And to fall in love with something that you do, I mean, the best way to really get habituated into doing something is to feel that kind of love for it. So, and then also work it into your system. So to me, I made juicing as fun as possible, because if it's not fun, you're not going to do it. It has to be as delicious as possible. Otherwise, you don't want to drink it. It has to be efficient where you do it. Like one day I have a marathon where I make my juice and clean up the kitchen in 4 minutes to show people you have time. So the whole idea of falling in love is, you know, if it's not something you are making yourself do. It's that relationship with yourself. And if you have a gentle approach and a gentle relationship, you're going to continue doing it long term, which is a win-win for you, because that's really when you see long-term benefits, right? Little short bursts come and go. But if you can do this for 3, 4, 5 months, even if you have lapses, which you should not get upset about, because that's the whole idea of a gentle approach, then you see tremendous results at the end of that longer period. So that's why I want to help people fall in love with it.
Wow, that is amazing. And it's like you use, you have a favorite juice. Do you want to tell people what that is?
I have so many favorites. So the recipe off the top of my head, you know, we discovered that pineapple works really well. So I always have, these are green juices, right? But I always have a sweetener, and fruits are the sweetener. So I usually use apple as a sweetener, but one day I used pineapple and it was delicious. And so it was mainly greens. I think it was spinach, kale, cucumber, no lemon, because I wanted to keep the sweetness of pineapple, some ginger, and then pineapple. So it was a lot of greens and some pineapple, and you could do a combination of those greens. You can't go wrong. And it was delicious. So the pineapple base is what I go to when I want to do my most favorite. But I have so many favorites. So we had a lot of fun.
And people need to realize that you're going to get all those juices, recipes for all these juices.
Yes.
And then you can try. What I love the idea is because, you know, if something's not in season, you can always use something else.
Yes, I do give both in my book and in the juicing recipe corner in the clinic. I give you replacements. I give you options. I tell you what the recipe is for. Well, what that particular recipe is good for you. You know, is it for a refreshment? Is it for a filling juice for maybe your breakfast? So I give you a lot of ways to modify. I'm all for modification, because if you're missing an ingredient, and we try to make them as simple as possible. So some of them have several ingredients. Some of them are 3, maybe 4. And usually you have them in your fridge. If you buy any vegetables, you probably have them. So, and you get used to it. And you end up buying certain things, and you're going to, you know, make it part of your routine. So it's going to get so much easier than you think. At the beginning, everything is overwhelming. But I give you a lot of tips, a lot of things. And then there's all that conversation and engagement between the people in the clinic that you see in the comment section, where they discover things on their own that they teach me and everyone else. So that was really the golden opportunity for all of us to learn, because I am not an expert. I've done it a long time, and, you know, I've taken the lead to create the environment, but I am still learning. So it's fun.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. And how many, I mean, do you have a juice, just one juice a day, or do you have more than one?
Okay, so the way I structured this clinic, Suzie, is that it wasn't a juice fast clinic. I made that clear, because you can eat food. The idea was to integrate juicing into your daily diet. Daily is ideal. If you could do it every other day, is fine. If you do twice a day, it's even better. And then I talk about all the ways you can sometimes make juice more than one portion and then store it in tight-lit glass containers and, you know, just maybe store it for a few hours so that way you don't have to do it again if you want to have 2 servings per day. So the idea was minimum 1 glass. So I'll show you this. Like this was a glass per day.
So that's just, yes. All right. Okay.
Just 1 glass per day. Or if, as you progress through the clinic, if you want to have more, because you're going to probably crave more. Some of my juicers were having it towards the end, were having a glass for dinner.
Right.
And that was
all they were having, right?
Yeah, they were perfectly happy. But minimum 1 glass a day, you can have other foods. And the interesting thing is, you're going to start craving better food. You're going to start craving salads and more raw foods and lighter food. So that's the part where I think it's a self-discovery for you because it's so interesting because you get to learn about yourself. And I think that's one of the best parts of going through the clinic.
And I think you do. It's amazing through food how much you can learn about yourself, isn't it? Because I know from changing my diet, I mean, I've always had a very healthy diet, but from taking out processed foods, that changes your cravings. Okay, so occasionally you still crave some chocolate and things.
Yeah.
But I know there are things that when you start eating more green, which is what you're talking about as well, which I call for me has been having, you know, going on a high alkaline diet. And you know there are things that you miss, but it's amazing after a while you think, oh no, I'd rather have a big plate of salad. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I'm seeing the same changes in my husband now, and he's not juicing that much yet, but he is, you know, we would be on a trip and by the 3rd day, he's like, you know, let's go have a salad and eat very, very light. So he's conscious of how he feels and he knows the relationship between food and his energy level and his moods. And I think that's just incredible journey. So if you're on any kind of a health journey, it's really fascinating.
It is. And that's the thing is, you know, that was what I was talking about, the spin-off. Because Des has had the wonderful spin-off of, you know, losing 10 kilos because of changing, because we changed what he calls his Suzie's regime.
Funny.
So it's
good for him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And it's as you said with Andy.
Yes. Well, actually, my husband has lost a ton of weight since we got married. I don't think you'll believe it if I tell you. So I think in pounds, it's about 80, 85 pounds.
Wow. That is a huge amount.
Yeah, it is. And it was over the years. He was a big guy. And it was over the years and many, many different regimes and diets and everything. But yeah, he married me, so we had to make some changes. I still love him to bits, but, you know, I was worried about his health. Definitely much healthier and happier. Much happier now, you know?
So that's a wonderful, I think they're, you know, wonderful stories of that spin-off. If you're concerned about somebody in your family, but they might want to come along with you on the ride initially, unless, of course, you're the chief cook, and then usually they will come along with you. Right?
Exactly.
So they can be the benefits of that as well. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity for people who are already healthy but maybe want to be more healthy or want to explore the concept of juicing and particularly green juicing and have the support of a community and also have your amazing support and wisdom as well that they will be giving you.
Thank you. Yes, we would love to have more people in the community. And I'm not making this particular offer to anyone except to your listeners, Suzie, because I know that you have a group of people who listen to you and who are interested in holistic health and healing.
That's right.
And this is the most natural approach to healing. It's a return back to the basics with vegetables and fruits and herbs. I mean, I don't think you can get any closer to Mother Nature to heal your body. So I would love to be a part of your journey, and Susie is going to have all the information for you in her show notes. So
that's right. Well, Farnoosh, it's been absolutely wonderful talking with you today, and I think this journey is so exciting. And if we just touch a few people, and they take that step to create change, that's what makes my heart sing. And as you say, this is your passion because it comes through. And that's what I would say to anybody who wants to explore this. You will get throughout this whole clinic Farnoosh's absolute passion about juicing and about health. That's my pleasure. So it's been my pleasure today to be talking with Farnoosh Brock from both Prolific Living and Prolific Juicing. Thank you so much, Farnoosh.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Suzie. It was fun.
It was fun. And that's what we're saying. If it's not fun, we probably shouldn't be. Why do it? I like that. If it's not fun, why do it? And we'll finish on that note. Okay, thank you.
Bye.